First off, Chris, thanks for taking time out of your day, and it goes without saying how busy this staff is here late July, early August, but pretty much year-round. For you and what you do, what do you enjoy about this job?
I love being able to work with the athletes, just getting to see them come in as freshmen and watching them grow. I mean, these guys come in and they don't know anything. So they come in, you got to teach, they learn a lot of stuff. They grow spiritually, they grow academically, they grow athletically. So I love working with them, and then working with my own staff, my own students that come in and work for me. Just that daily relational side is my favorite part of the job.
You're a Liberty grad. When did you realize this is where you want to take your career?
It was when I was at Liberty. I actually changed majors, went into sports management and thinking more on the coaching side, and had the opportunity to come out as a practicum student and work with the equipment operations at Liberty at the time. And it was something I found I really enjoyed. I like more of the background stuff than necessarily being out in front, so it was kind of good to be able to have that opportunity to be involved in sports and be involved with the team, but still kind of stay out of the radar or out of the spotlight of it. So, so I really enjoyed it, and kind of was able to find the career path to lead me back. So,
I love what I do here at Liberty, but there's not infatuation with the equipment side of things, but it's just a cool thing that you and your staff do. And when you come to work every day, I would assume most days are not always the same. Something changes day to day. So when it comes to the day-to-day grind, if you want to call it that, what are some things that keep it not so monotonous?
Yeah, I mean, obviously every day, especially in season when we have practices, every day is different, and something new is going to come up, something's going to break that you didn't expect, or some coach is going to ask for a drill they've never done before, and you got to figure out how to make it work. And then there's always different things with Nike, working with them to make sure we're getting what we need, and just dealing with the difficulties that may arise from trying to find something that a coach requests that you didn't already have, or Nike doesn't have in stock, so you got to find a way to make it work. So there's a lot of stuff that kind of gets semi-repetitive. You're always doing laundry. We do all the laundry for the team, so doing that is something that's every day, but then a lot of the other stuff changes, especially as we get ready into the season. We're getting ready for road games and packing and getting ready for home games and all the different design things that we're trying to do. So it does get into a lot of different aspects.
You mentioned Nike, the official apparel company for Liberty. What's it like working with them and the vendors that Nike uses to help get all the product in here?
Yeah, Nike, obviously it's great to work with them. Athletes love having the swoosh on their chest, so that's something that from a recruiting side always seems to stand out. But it's great to work with them. We go through a process where we kind of place an order way in advance, and we get our stuff in here right in the June, July area. So everything kind of comes in, and they work with us to make sure we get what we need and have it. And then we also, once everything comes in, we work with our local vendors to get everything logoed, get it on our polos, on our shorts and shirts, and get everything ready for practice and competition.
So when the boxes do get in here, Chris, what's job number one when it comes to, okay, here are the boxes, then what? What does your staff do after that?
Yeah, job number one is just counting everything, making sure Nike actually sent you what you're supposed to have. So we open up every box, get everything counted, make sure it matches up to what our order was supposed to be and to what was supposed to be in the box. So once we know we have the count correct, then we get everything out to our vendors to get logoed. That's always step two, so we can get it out there. We meet with our coaches, for me for football, and then for the rest of my staff with the other sports. Meet with the coaches to make sure we're meeting the needs that they want in terms of the designs, and getting the logos on there that they want. Then when we get things back in from our vendors, we're issuing it out to the team. So we're getting stuff to the players and to the coaches for practice, games, travel, all the different aspects of day-to-day athletics.
You mentioned, Chris, about the players, and they love the swoosh, and the recruits, they love the swoosh. And take me inside the equipment room, let's say football, and some guys are going to want more than others, and obviously it's not how it works, but some are going to want to get more than they probably need, and vice versa. So you kind of have to be the cop when it comes to that. And being a former student athlete myself, I get it. I've been there. We all want more than we typically get. So when it comes to that, how do you balance all that? And maybe it's not as intense as maybe it was years ago. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, we're very blessed here that we do have kind of the means to get the guys a lot of gear.
Yeah.
And everyone always wants more. The guys at Alabama want more. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter where you are. You always want more. So that's something that we work with them. We kind of have policies in place with the coaching staffs of what the teams and what the players are going to get and how we're going to manage that. And then the support from the coaches are kind of what allows us to kind of know when to say yes, know when to say no, and kind of how to get that balance. So it's just working with each player. And again, every player is different. You always have your divas on the team that want the newest things every week and everything fresh. But that's pretty rare. I mean, most guys understand the process and understand how it works. So you just, again, that goes back to that relationship side. You build the relationships with the guys so you can have those conversations to explain why you're doing things. And I always try to make sure the guys understand the process behind it. It's not some mysterious thing. There's reasons why we do everything, and making sure they understand that really helps kind of mitigate that pressure we get from them for wanting more if they understand where we're coming from.
When you meet fans and talk to them about your job, is there one or two common questions they ask about, man, that's pretty cool to work at Liberty, do what you do, and with the Nike, contract we have? What are some of those questions maybe the fans ask you about it?
Yeah, one thing we always get asked is kind of how do we decide the gear, like how do we make those decisions, and what Nike, what they offer us, what all we can get. We get asked a lot about the travel aspect. We do get to travel with the football team especially, so that's always fun to talk about, going to the different stadiums we get to travel to. And then once they find out we do laundry, that always becomes a topic of conversation.
Really? Wow.
Just because always the question is how much do you do once you start talking about that, because it's we have 3 50-pound washers that'll get 8 to 10 loads a day during training camps. I mean, we'll do hundreds of pounds of laundry a day, so that's something always fun conversations.
And there's a bigger truck now, equipment truck. I'm hearing. Not want to spoil any special things coming out, but moving FBS, that's a big deal, and you'll need more space to carry more stuff on the road.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is something, again, we've just been blessed financially to be able to get some of these things that we need as we make this transition up to FBS. The other side of that is we have a lot longer trips. I mean, we're going 2 trips to New Mexico this year. We're going to Alabama. We're going to Navy or Army. We have some long trips this year. So just making sure we have the means to get everything we need up to those places. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a nice little new wrap on the truck. It's going to look really good. So we're excited to get that.
And final thought here, when you're sitting, you have a chance to kind of take a deep breath on a game day. And when does your sense of pride, when do you feel that during the game day, home, away, doesn't matter for you, when you kind of sense that, okay, what are you checking for, okay, and you can kind of take a step back and say, okay, they're ready to go?
Yeah, kind of for me, it always getting through the first half of the first quarter. Okay. Because then everyone's kind of been on the field. I know we do the headsets on game day, so I know those are working at that point. I know there's been no issues there. I know all the players are they've been on the field once, nothing's broke yet. They have what they need to at least get going. So once I kind of get through that first half of the first quarter, we've had 1 offensive, 1 defensive possession. I know kind of what the feel of the game's going to be and kind of where the needs are going to be. That's kind of when you can take your first deep breath and kind of then be able to kind of see what's going on and actually be able to watch a little bit of the game at that point until you got to start getting ready for halftime and for the other stuff that's coming up. So, but that first point right there is a time to take a breath.
And you encourage fans to follow you guys on Twitter? You post a lot of pictures?
We do. Yeah, we post a lot of pictures at Liberty Equip if anyone wants to follow. So we do that as well. My staff, Ryan Carr and Dale Ustry, who handle the Olympic sports, they post a lot of things as well. So we kind of have it from the whole athletic department, so not just football. So we get a lot of stuff out there.
All right, Chris, appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.